All right, good afternoon. My name is Josafat Moreno. I'll be doing my project today on chapter 5, section 3. It is about Cramer's rule. I have an equation written down here, and I have to solve the system using Cramer's rule. The equation is 8x plus 3y equals 11, and 4x minus 12y equals 1. First, I wrote down these equations I will be using towards the end. First, what you want to do is you want to make a table out of this. These two numbers will leave out for now. So first you want to make a table. You're going to name that table D. And you just want to use the first numbers without the X and the Y. So you just want to put 8, 4, 3, and make sure you want to keep that negative. So negative 12. And then what you want to do is you want to multiply 8 times negative 12, and you subtract it by 4 times 3. So basically how the equation goes, you multiply this number by this number, this one by this one, and this bottom one by this top one. So I'll name this one 1 and 1, and this one 2 and 2, so you guys can see that. This will equal negative 96. You keep that, you bring down the subtraction, and this will equal 12, which will give you negative 108. Now you want to do another table, and this table is going to be different. You're going to name it dx. In this table, this time you're going to use these two numbers, but in the x column. This column is called the x column. This column is called the y column. So you want to use 8 and 1 in the x column. So you're not going to use 8 and 4 this time. This time you're going to use 11 and 1. But you're still going to keep 3 and negative 12. So 3 and negative 12. So like before, number this one, 1, 1, and 2 and 2. So it would equal 11 times my mistake, I input the 12, negative 12. You want minus, and you multiply the 2 and the 2 and 2, 1 and 3. So this will equal negative 132. You bring down the subtraction, 3, it will equal negative 135. All right. And now you want to do another table, but for this table, you're going to name it dy. And in this table, it's going to be a bit different now. So for dx, you change the numbers in the x column. For dy, you're going to change the numbers on the y column. So this might get confusing, but it'll take a bit of time. So not really. So it's basically you just keep the x column how it was. So 8 and 4, you would bring that here. But since it's dy now, you would bring 11 and 1 on the y column. So as you see here, dx, you change the x column, dy, you change it on the y column. And again, you 1 and 1, and 2 and 2. You don't have to number it. I just number it so it won't be as confusing. So I number it so I could say, oh, so I'm going to multiply 8 and 1. 8 times 1. And then I'm going to multiply 4 and 11. And you guys, you actually want to make sure that this you get this right, because if you do 4 times 11 first, it's gonna mess up the whole problem, because then you'll get 44 minus 8, and that's not gonna work for how it's gonna be here. So this is gonna be 8 minus 44, and it'll equal negative 36. So let's say you put this equation first and this one over here. If you put it like that, it'd be 44 minus 8, which would be positive 36, and that won't give you the correct answer. So that's why I put 1 and 2, so you could see where it would go. All right, now here's where the equations come in, equations that I have written before. So now you write the equation x equals dx, and what we got for dx is negative 135 over d, and for d we got negative 108, which will If you reduce it, it will go down to 5/4. And if you want a complete, if you want a number instead of a fraction, you would get 125. And for y, you write the equation dy. And for dy, we got -36 over d, which is -108. If you reduce it, you'll get 1/3. If you want a number instead of a fraction, it would be 0.3333 on. And you want to make sure you check it so you could know that those numbers are correct. So to check it, we just use the original equation. So 8 over 5/4 plus 3 1/3. So this will equal 10. This will equal 1. I'm sorry, I didn't write what it equals. And this will equal 11. And as you see here, it does equal 11. So this is true, but you want to use the other equation as well so you could see if it works on both equations. So 4x, you would substitute x for 5/4 plus, oh, I'm sorry. Quick mistake, I'm sorry. It's 4x, you would substitute x for 5/4 minus 12, and for y you would put 1/3 equals 1. All right, this will equal 5 subtracted by this will equal 4 equal 1. This equals 1, and that is correct. So your answer for this would be x equals 5/4 or 1.25, and the y equals 1/3 or 0.33, so on. All right, thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was helpful, and thank you again.